Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Stockport County and welcome back to Edgeley Park. Since the last episode, it's been a mixed bag. We're on a bad side, we're on a good side, we're just a side. After the last episode where we beat Reading 1-0, lost 1-0 against Middlesbrough and lost 2-0 against Bristol City, where we dominated that game actually as well. In front of, I just noticed, full houses pretty much every time we're playing at home at the moment. Yeah, sellouts every time. Anyway, nonetheless, we lost 4-3 against Barnsley in what was a stormer of a game. Again, we conceded a goal early on, 2 goals in the first half. We then went 3-2 up, then conceded 2 goals in the final 20 minutes to lose that game 4-3. We then beat Stoke 4-0. Alexander, Irwin, Purcell and Hottie getting the goals there. 1-1 draw with Crystal Palace. Sek getting the goal. Beat Nottingham Forest 1-0, George Alexander. We then lost 4-1 against Blackburn. Sek getting another goal there. 1-0 against Huddersfield. We then drew 2-2 with Ipswich. Beat Portsmouth 2-1. Drew with Preston 1-1. Beat Swansea 1-0 and lost against bottom of the league QPR last time out 2-0 at their place. So we come back today for 3 games. Fulham, Sheffield United and Southend. The side is going to look like this for the game. Just need to change that. Right, so this isn't going to be the side. The side is going to look a little bit like this. So we're going to play Webb in goal. It's going to be Boateng, it's going to be Dunwoody, Phillips and Pemberthy. Ewan sits in front of them. McCann and Sek in the centre of midfield. Cover on the left, Morris on the right, Alexander up front. We're at home. We're playing Fulham. Fulham are a big team. They are currently in 8th place in the league. Their media prediction is 4th, so they're expected to go up. Let's get into it. At, I believe I said Craven Cottage. No, we're at Edgeley Park. So sell out once again in front of our home fans. 10,300 inside Edgeley Park. Stockport versus Fulham. Let's go. Gribic now with the goal kick, looks long and Phillips will win it. Shaden Morris has got a bit of space, can run forward. No one going towards him now. He'll run out towards the far touchline and now towards the byline. Will he get the crossing? Pulls it back to Sek. He gets the crossing. McCann's there. Charlie McCann gets his 2nd league goal of the season at the championship level. And what can you say? I'm rushing from that central midfield role. Shaden Morris did all the work out there on the right hand side. Got to the byline. He pulled it back for Sek. Sek took a touch, looked up and squared it across for McCann, his central midfield partner. He put it in the bottom corner, side footed. Inside 15 minutes, we lead Fulham by 1-0. And like I say, we haven't been a bad side as Boateng looks for his throw in. Doherty heads it away. Boateng picks it back up into McCann. Ewan now. Sek. Morris, bit of space, hits it and beats the goalkeeper, and Shaden Morris scores the 2nd goal of the game. 2 quick goals, Sek getting the assist for both. A cross for the first, a simple little square pass for that one to set Shaden Morris up for the shot. Ewan here into Sek, he took a touch and gave it to Morris, took a touch and he just bent it inside the near post. 2-0, 2 quick goals, and like I said, we haven't been a bad side at all. We've lost games we probably should have won, we've won games we probably should have lost. But, like I say, we are capable of hanging at this level. We just can't concede a goal back this soon. As Savage now runs towards the byline. On his left foot, gets the crossing. Webb palms it out. Mendes, shot blocked, and Torres fires it in. And Facundo Torres gets his 7th of the season as he gets a goal back midway through this first half. It was probably a mistake by Webb there. Savage was able to get the cross away in a tight position. Webb spilled it into Mendes, his shot was blocked and Torres fired it into what was pretty much an empty net. It is 2-1 after 25 minutes now, and hopefully we can recover and not concede another goal. We're gone here. We are up to 7th the way things stand. We've just got to keep picking up points wherever we can pick them up. I mean, as much as I don't want to throw this game away and get a draw, a point is a point, and like I say, as a lower end championship side, we need to just keep picking up what we can. But this second half has been very dull. As we move into the final 3 or 4 minutes, I am going to make some changes before this free kick gets taken. Pemberthy is going to come off for Purcell. We're going to bring Dimmy Dubon, who's playing a lot recently. He's going to come on for Shaden Morris, and we're going to take George Alexander off, who's having a poor game, and we're going to bring Graham Donnelly on up front. And this free kick is going to be whipped in by Harley Ewan towards the far post. Cover! It's onside, goal counts, and that should be the game sealed with just under Well, just over 3 minutes left to play plus stoppage time. Brandon Cover slotting in. It was a cracking ball from Ewan towards the far post. Cover gets up and just side foots it behind Gribbage. It is 3-1. It's going to be 3 points. We're going to open this episode, with 3 points in a game which has been pretty even for the most part, but we have took our chances when they've come. There's still 2 minutes left of stoppage time now as Savage looks for Guindo. Looks that ball over the top, but Purcell can cut it out. Phillips now into Ewan. Sek in his own half. Gives it back to Ewan. Purcell looks at ball. Good running from Sek, and that's cut out and cleared away, but Phillips can pick it back up. Dunwoody now. Into McCann. Looks for cover. McAvoy gives it to Doherty and he can clear it forward. Dunwoody wins the header once again though. Purcell. Sek. Goes back to Purcell. Looks over the top. Donnelly. Is he onside? Flag does stay down. Gives it to Jimmy Doob. Doob back to Sek. Coming out to the near side. Back into Doob. Can he get the cross in? It's a poor ball. It's cut out. But Phillips can cut out the long ball. Cover flicks on Donnelly. Surely he's offside. Linesman wasn't even in line with play. But he does put the flag up. That is disallowed. It was well worked. A little flick on. And the volley clearly in an offside position, even though the linesman was completely out of position. We have about 30 seconds left. Less than that now into the final 15 seconds. It is 3-1. Hopefully we don't concede a silly late goals. That ball goes in way too long. We'll go out for a goal kick. Webb will take his time now. And there is the final whistle. We'll have a quick look at that. Ball over the top. Cover. Yeah, he's a good... probably 4 yards offside there. Good finish from Donnelly, I've got to say, but it will not count. 3-1, we open the episode with a victory. Pretty even game, better XG, and we come out of it with a great performance, great win. The wingers both playing well. Alexander struggled up front. Both wingers played well, 7.5, 7.7, and the three midfielders, Ewan with a 7.8, McCann with a 7.3, Sek with an 8.4. Great performance from the boys, and we go into the next game now on a high and just on the edge of the playoffs. So, how good are we really? We travel away to top of the table, Sheffield United, with Webb in goal, Whittingham, Ewan, Phillips and Pemberthy across the back. Hottie sits in front of them, McCann and Sek rekindle that partnership in the centre of midfield. Cover on the left, Morris on the right, Alexander up front. Let's go. Let's see how good we are. We've had an overachieving start to this season, and now we play top of the league. Let's see what we can do. Sheffield United versus Stockport from Bramall Lane, if it's still called that in 2030. Let's go. Van der Voort with the goal kick. Morris wins it. Alexander takes it down. Back into Hottie. Morris now. Pemberthy. It's very tight in the middle of the park. And Sek tries to play the ball forward for Morris. Doesn't work. And it's cut out. And now Walker Peters give it to Raul Morrow. Pemberthy dispossesses him though. And goes infield for Phillips. Under a little bit of pressure. Gives it to Hottie. McCann now. Looks forward to cover. Man on him. Looks at ball over the top. Alexander can get there first. Hits it first time. And that is just over the bar. It was a good effort. It'll be a goal kick to Sheffield United. Our first real chance of the game there. And like I say, we don't look a bad side. Once again, as we get into the half an hour point, we've had more shots, same amount on target, better XG, and we look like a championship level side. Pemberthy with this throw. It's a poor throw and Okafor can smash it away, and it will be collected by Whittingham. Gives it to Harley Ewan. Into McCann now. Back to Ewan. Gives it to Cover. Inside left channel. Dispossessed by Jones, and it's took away. And Vargas now into Ferhat. Palmer. He's dispossessed by Cover. It's very poor from both sides, giving the ball away very cheaply in possession. Whittingham into Hottie now, ball intercept with his back to goal. Pemberthy, lovely little ball into Alexander, and Alexander fires in for his 7th of the season. The flag stays down. Quickly look down to the linesman there, and that was absolutely wonderful play right on the stroke of half time. Ewan into Whittingham now, infield to Hottie, his ball into Sek. Laid it into Pemberthy, first time through to Alexander, touch and beats the goalkeeper in his near post, beats him with the pace of it more than anything. And on the stroke of half time, Alexander gets his 7th of the season, and it's Sheffield United 0, Stockport 1. A brilliantly timed run from George Alexander, who has been doing it at every single level for us. And we have been the better team, and we are beating the team that was top of the table at the start of the day by a goal to nil. Into the final 7 minutes now. Johnny into Hurtado. Back to Johnny. Ferhat looks at ball in. Dunwoody can knock it back to Webb under a bit of pressure. And now Dunwoody can clear it away. Can Alexander win that? He can't. Jones knocks it out to Walker Peters on the left hand side. Now Bendixson inside the Stockport half. Back to Fenwick. Bendixson. Johnny in towards Adams. Hurtado, lovely little play there. Palmer, bit of space. Can he get the crossing? He does get the crossing, and the keeper misses it, and Fitz headers in. Dominic Fitz makes it 1-1 with 6 minutes to play. Webb was just completely caught out by the cross, went up for it, got nowhere near it, and Fitz from a tight angle had the job of just heading into an empty net. Palmer does well on the left hand side. It's a great cross, and like I say, Webb just caught out, and Fitz, it was a very, very tight angle, but that is a great header, and Sheffield United equalised, and hopefully now we don't invite too much pressure on. We're just going to wait and see what happens here as this ball goes in towards Bendixson, and we've given away a penalty for a push. And we're going to throw it away. Dunwoody, the substitute. Johnny steps up, scores. It's 2-1. And we're going to go attacking. We're going to try and encourage. We weren't expecting to win this game, but to concede 2 late goals here, 2 in 4 minutes, is so disappointing. And it looks as if we're going to lose 2-1 here in a game that, for the most part, we played well in. A poor goal to concede, a mistake by Webb to let the ball go over him for Fitz to head in, and then Johnny scoring the penalty after Dunwoody pushed one of their players in the box. 2-1 defeat. We go into the game against Southend looking like we could probably go and win it, if I'm completely honest, and end this episode with 2 victories and a defeat. But let's get into that game. 3 games in a week, 3 games in this episode. It is time for the game against Southend. We take on 22nd place Southend at home in this game, and the team is looking like this. It's Webb in goal, Boateng, Benjamin, Dunwoody and Pemberthy. Purcell sits in front of them, Sek and Shaw in midfield, Cover on the left, Irwin on the right, Dube playing up front. Alexander drops to the... Actually no, Alexander's going to play, I think. I was toying with the idea of giving him a rest, but Alexander's scoring goals at this level. He's got 7. He is our top goal scorer. I think bringing Jimmy Dubin up front with no goals would be a silly decision. So we're going to get into it. Stockport versus Southend. Chance to win our second game of the episode and keep this pretty good run of form going that we've got on, because we weren't expected to be in the top half of the table, that is for sure. And we are underway here at Edgeley Park. More than likely going to be another full house, another 10,300 people in the stands for this game as that goes long, and Cover can head it away, but it's only as far as Wilson, into Fahur, Adieni, O'Connor McKay, but Dunwoody cuts it out. Irwin now can run over halfway, running wide on the right hand side, goes past his man, in between the 2 defenders. Irwin's still going, and McGinty tips it over the bar. That was a great run from Robbie Irwin. Unfortunately not to give us the end product at the end of that run, but it's one thing I'll say about him: his turn of pace, his ability to dribble with the ball is fantastic. His finishing though does leave a lot to be desired. Already on a 7.1. It's going to be a free kick here in a dangerous area. Rudani is going to take it about 25 yards out, and he scores. Jack Rudani with his 3rd of the season. 13 minutes into this game, Stockport 0, Southend 1. Silly place to concede a free kick, probably about 22 yards actually, looking where the line of the wall is. 3 men in the wall, bends it round them inside that right, left hand post as we look, and it is 1-0 in a game that we've been on top of so far, and disappointing. Plenty of time to go. We're going to encourage. We've had plenty of shots, just that one on target. Shaw is now going to whip this free kick in. Dunwoody should really score though there, and now we're going to possibly concede a chance from this throw as Wilson gets the ball in. Webb comes and collects it comfortably and rolls it out quickly to Benjamin, out to the left back Boateng. Cover now, looks infield for Alexander. He's got his back to goal, has to go all the way back to the left fullback Boateng. Infield to Purcell. Shaw now. Looks that ball out to Irwin. Can he get the cross in? I'd rather him cross than shoot. Pulls it back towards Alexander. It's cut out by O'Connor McCabe and cleared away, but Pemberthy can pick it back up into Dunwoody now. Dunwoody hangs on to it, gives it infield to Benjamin. Sek, Purcell, quick passing. Out to the left hand side, and Boateng, who's made that run towards the byline, squares it across, pulls back, Brandon Cover, scores. Alexander will get the assist there. I'm not sure what he did. He managed to keep the ball in. I'm not sure whether he tried to shoot or pass or what. I'd like to see that again on the replay. But on the half-hour mark, we make it 1-1. Purcell with that ball out to Boateng on the left hand side. He's drilled it along the byline. Alexander, oh, what a flick that is from Alexander. I did not give that enough credit. What a beautiful flick from George Alexander. He can score, he can assist, he can pass a ball like that. What a player he is. 1-1, we're on top. We need to be a little bit more clinical. We're not getting enough shots on target. Southend have had 6, but they've got 4 of them on target. Shaw's going to take this corner kick out swinger. Dunwoody flicked it on. It seemed to move in slow motion and it hit the top of the bar. And we're starting to get on top in this game. Can Pemberthy reach Irwin? He does reach Irwin. It wasn't a great throw. Goes back to Pemberthy. He's going to look to hit the crossing. Is Alexander onside? He's not. Ah, that was disappointing. It was a good ball from Pemberthy. You saw the 3 or 4 players there, all in offside position. Alexander just didn't get back quick enough. It's a great header from just inside the 6-yard box, but it's still 1-1, and there's going to be one final highlight, I think, before half time, as Dunwoody wins that header. Cover, Purcell, Alexander now looks up ball over top. Irwin, is there going to be someone get forward to get the cross to? He goes down. It's going to be a penalty kick. George Alexander is scheduled to take it. Charlie McCann isn't on the pitch, so it looks like it is going to be George Alexander to step up and hopefully make it 2-1 here. He does just that. What a penalty. Straight in the bottom corner. 8th goal of the season for George Alexander. Right on the stroke of half time. 46.5 minutes on the clock now. Steps up. What a penalty this is. Just drills it into the bottom corner. 2-1. And we've turned it around after conceding that opening goal. And we're controlling possession. That's what we want. They look inspired and motivated. We have 64% of it. You keep the ball. You stop the opposition from scoring. Brandon Cover is struggling now 10 minutes into this second half. We're going to take him off and we're going to bring Graham Donnelly on, who's probably played more in the Championship for me than he did in League One, which is such a bizarre thing. Still, we're behind in shots on target. Like I say, Southend have had 8 shots, 6 on target. We've had 15. We've only managed to get 4 of them on target. That is very disappointing. I've got to be completely honest. We're up to 8th as things stand. 3 points off. Well, actually, we're now a point off Reading, in 6th place. As we go into the final 10 minutes of the game, I think it's time to just shore things up, and we're going to take off Pemberthy. Oh wow, we're going to bring Purcell onto right back, and Pemberthy's going to come off for Harley Ewan, and Robbie Irwin is going to come off for Jimmy Doob, who again is another player who's probably played more in the Championship than he did in League One and League Two, probably combined actually. We're in 9th place as things stand. 4 minutes of stoppage time. It's been a pretty dull second half, and we're going to run out 2-1 victors, and we are in the top 10, top half of the table, top 10. Good performances from a lot of the boys. Cover, Irwin, Alexander, Shaw, Dunwoody, Purcell, Webb also having a good performance. Well done, lads. That was a good win for us, and we'll have a quick look at the league table. I think, as I said, we were in 9th place. Yeah, 9th place, 24 points, a point off Huddersfield in 6th place. I feel like the top 2 or 3 are, I know we're only 5 points behind Bristol and only 8 points behind Crystal Palace, but I feel like that is too much of a gap. I also feel that we aren't that good. We're not going to do what we did in the last couple of seasons and win league titles, especially not the first time of asking. Anyway, we're going to quickly look at the schedule, see when we're going to come back, and it's interesting looking at this now. Who do you come back for? Who are the big games? We've got a game against Derby that's on the telly here, but that's probably a little bit too soon. We've got the FA Cup 3rd round tie there, which is scheduled for the same day that we're scheduled to play Fulham. We've also got Crystal Palace. I tell you what, we are going to play through a long way yet again. We're going to come back for the FA Cup 3rd round tie if it is an interesting tie. If it's not, if it's a lower league side, we're probably not going to bother, but we are going to come back for the Crystal Palace, the Nottingham Forest and the Blackburn game. 3 big games there. If the FA Cup game is good, we're going to come back and play all 4 from the 11th of January through to the 1st of February. If not, we're just going to play those 3 games. Looks like the most interesting thing to do. I know we're skipping ahead quite a bit, but just like I say, I want to show games that really sort of are interesting games and big teams. And I know we've obviously got Bournemouth there and Derby and Middlesbrough. That's a little bit too soon to come back. There's nothing really in the month of December that interests me. So we're going to come back mid-January, play those 4 games, and hopefully we can be in a decent position. Hopefully we don't get pulled into a relegation scrap. I don't think we will, considering where we are right now, but we just got to keep doing what we're doing. If you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.